But here you go, mate. That's to another good week. And I just feel because we're working so deep and so long that we're achieving so much in a 7-day period. This is great. So long may it continue.
We'll see you next week and see what's going on, baby.
Week 6.
Week 6 indeed, baby.
I think we go so straight in with this one. We've had a really, really productive week. We had a really great meeting with a local business. Really nice guys. They introduced us to their videographer and really cool guy. Really, really cool guy.
Yeah, it was a really good meeting. It went really well. Just nice to meet some more business owners in the town. The videographer was a really cool guy.
Mhm.
Some good chats. Yeah, it was a really good meeting.
Yeah, and they want to move forward, focus on building the business with the social pillars. We've got the ads potentially coming in a little bit, but immediately that website that needs fixing, we said we can get that straight away done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can get the website done super quick. Get that done, get the SEO implemented, and just get that live as quickly as possible once the contract's.
Yeah, once contracts done, move forward. I know because they said, oh, yeah, we want to go ahead with it. Website, you've already shown me the homepage, and I tell you, man, I was playing with that thing, and it's sometimes you click it and it was instant.
That is the thing with if you know how to optimize a fully custom coded website properly, you almost have to slow it down so it actually feels like someone's loading the page. Because otherwise, someone's like, because obviously most sites are built from Squarespace and WordPress, and a lot of them, obviously are slow because they have a lot of extra code in the headers. But when you custom code a website, you can take all that junk out. So it's just bringing in your files and your code and your documents into what you need. And yeah, it's so much faster. It's great.
You shocked me, man. You said, "Here, have a play with this." And I clicked on. I was like, "Jesus!" I didn't even see a load screen. It went bang to
Yeah.
the next link.
Yeah, and that's really good. One, because obviously the user gets a better experience, and two, Google loves a fast website, so it's great for SEO.
Yeah, I literally thought, I'm so glad we're working on this together because, geez, it was just immediate. It's not something that I've come across, like websites being that fast, but
Yeah,
pat on the back for Robbie.
but there's not even been any optimization for that either yet, so we can work on that a little bit and just figure out some of the finer details. So for the first stage, we'll push out the homepage to them, get them to have a look, see if they like it. As soon as they give us the yes and the go ahead, we can build out the other pages using the homepage as the styling. If they want changes, super easy, not a big deal. Just get the homepage right and then build out the extra service pages and the extra pages there, and let's get going.
Yep. I love what we were kind of talking through. And we'll give you some insight into the meeting just so you get the real flavor of what's happening our end and you can just understand how meetings progress, what you could do with them, and what is the opportunity that we're presenting. So at the moment, obviously, website is one of the pillars that we sort out. We can work with the social media side of things. I've got my history in social media organic, have been on it since 2018, 2019. TikTok was just a platform I absolutely loved, short form. But then also we're talking around the ads, how we then construct the website so that we optimize it. Not only is it going to be Google present with that in mind, SEO forefront, let's make this searchable, which is an amazing thing that you do with websites.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You are the silent partner over there that just, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but yeah, it's good.
Well, obviously the world is changing in terms of LLMs, AI, but specifically for service-based businesses,
Mhm.
Google is still king because Google Maps, people are searching and people are searching with intent. And the main pages that convert are not the home pages, which most people think it is. It's the landing pages because there's high intent. And if you can convert those on those pages, Google is still the king.
Yeah.
Obviously, paid ads has their own part. But realistically, I think paid ads plus Google, making sure that your website is number one, it's obviously just another trust pillar. So really, I think what we'll find is a lot of the ads will naturally just work as another touch point for them when people are searching for websites and then the website's number one, they automatically have potentially seen the ad on Facebook and then they go, oh, now they're number one, or vice versa. They see the website first, they see the name, and then they go on socials, then they get hit with the ads. you're not going anywhere else. So you need to be in many, many places. And then obviously now with the AI, implementing systems to get on AI is super basic. It's not as difficult as people make out. There's a few small things that you can do. There's a new file you can add called LLMs.txt.
Okay, what's LLMs.txt? Talk to me
So
about
it's
that.
just a file that you can add basically. So there's different files that you add for Google too, like a sitemap, a robots.txt file. It's basically showing Google what they can and can't see. And then it's basically showing them a big sitemap of all the pages that can crawl it really easily and it understands it quickly. And LMS.txt is basically the same thing just for LLMs. So it's,
So there is a specific file that an LLM, which is ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini,
yeah.
they are looking for this text file to be able to search and find a website that matches what the user is requesting.
So yeah, basically when LLM get obviously all their data from the internet, their main places are Reddit. So Reddit and Wikipedia is number 1 and number 2. And then when people obviously go and search, when the LLMs crawl people's websites, the easier they are to crawl, the more likely they're going to give them as an answer. Same as with Google. If they can crawl your website, they have a good sitemap and a good structure of your site, they're more likely going to show you on number 1 too.
Interesting.
So it's basically just speaking their language, making sure that as soon as they go through your website, it's super easy. They understand what you want to show for, what your actual services are. It's just giving it a quick snippet of everything you do quickly, and then it can present your site.
And is there a difference between a site that loads fast, loads slow? For
Yeah.
example, when this LLM is crawling, so like Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, when they're crawling these sites?
No, so the LLM won't do that. Google, so what's Google's job is when someone types in something in Google, their job is to show the best thing possible. So they want to make sure that if you click on a site, one, you're not just going to leave, which makes the bounce rate high, because then they're proving, okay, they typed in these words, but then they left. This page is obviously not the best site for them, so they rank you down. Number 2, if you click on the site and it's slow, and then your bounce rates goes high because people are consistently leaving because it doesn't load, again, it'll just push you down the ranking. So the LLMs won't do that, but Google will. Because all LLMs are trying to do is just give you an answer, where Google's job is to give you the best product website for your needs when you search something.
One of the other things that we spoke about that was quite high on their priority list is busy business owner, getting lots of calls from customers, is trying to manage the business whilst being in the business, so not having that time to pick up the phone call. And as we've already discussed a couple of times on here, if you miss that phone call from a potential customer that is hot and ready to buy and they go to the next person, you've potentially lost that sale. One of the big things that came out of that meeting was some of the reasons that some of the transactions didn't go forward was because they weren't the first one to respond.
Yeah.
And we're going to solve that problem with the AI speed to lead with the SMS agent, which we can talk about, but also the phone agent, which is something that sounds completely human.
Yeah.
It answers the phone within seconds, and it's the touch point that builds that bridge between that potential customer and the business. And that is something that they want implemented. So we're going to be building that for them.
Just a touch point on that though, but I actually, and we've spoke about this before, I think it's better off. You've got 2 options. It is 100% sounds human, which is going to be very difficult. I think even it can get close enough, but people still know. But I think, as we have done, and we just want to explain, is that we tell people that you're going to speak to AI. When it answers the phone, we say, 1, it's being recorded because it is, and number 2, this is AI, because you're just going to get a better product all around. You're going to speak to it slightly differently. You're going to know that you're speaking to an AI, so you'll go through and you'll say shorter answers and get out the information you need. And then it means that they feel heard, the customer, and the information gets passed on, and then the business owner doesn't have to speak to them until they're qualified and ready to go. So actually, we don't need to pretend they're human. That's not the goal. The goal is to not try and con someone and lie to people to pretend it's real. The goal is to pass on the information that's needed so everyone's a winner. That's the good thing about the AI. It's not about pretending. I think the people that pretend are going to get found out, but I think the people that embrace it and say, yes, we're using AI openly, you get a better customer service, means our business, the people within the business don't have to spend so much time on admin, which means you get a better service. So everything's better.
Yeah. I think that's one of the main things that they were requesting, is that essentially they need a time when they can call back the people rather than it be
Mm,
just because as a business owner, you're trying to do 100 things
of
at
course.
once and you just want to be able to block your time to say, at this time in the day, I'm going to make all those phone calls back. And it's so much easier having it being caught, all those balls being caught here through the day, and then you can then pick them back up and then
Yeah.
solve them step
Hmm.
by step done rather than you having to be, oh, now I have to have this 10-minute conversation
Yeah.
and it might go down a different route and I have to book it in.
Just means you're in control of your time
Yep.
more than it being in control of you.
Mm, that's it. And I think that's one of the main things we're building with this system is essentially the business owner has way more control of what goes on in the business and they can
Mm.
work on the business
Yeah.
rather than working in the business, which is the thing that takes a
Yeah.
lot of business owners' time.
But yeah, it takes a lot of time to one, to even understand that you need to work on the business rather than in the business. You need to work in the business till you can work on the business because you need to get to a spot. But there's just so much wasted time on things that can be done by AI now.
Yep,
So
I agree.
building them and being open to them just means that then every solution of your business is more scalable
Mhm.
because everyone's number one's business problem is new leads. Okay. Can you even take on the amount of leads? What systems have you got in place? If you got 100 new people contact you today, how you going to handle them? You can't
That's
even take on the work. So
that's
you
a
need to
fun
have
point.
those systems in place to go, let's get these in place and then scale on top where people do it the other way around.
Yeah, well, I asked them that question because there is in potential situations where we've been running ads for businesses. Sometimes, if you give too much demand and they can't fulfill the service
Yeah,
or
it's
the
worse.
product is it's actually surprisingly it sounds like a really blessed situation, but it can be a real tough situation if you can't fulfill the demand that you have. So
Yeah.
that's one of the questions that we had asked is just making sure that let's just say everything goes perfect and this works really well. What do you do then with the
Hmm.
extra demand if you can't fulfill based off your calendar? And then they said, "Don't worry, we can get the crews in. We'll be able to
Yeah.
sort it out." And I think that's mainly what people want is to be able to have that headache of got so much work. How do I solve it? So that's fine. But it was great. We were going through all the different pain points and the holes in the bucket, and we had the solutions that would be able to fill that.
Hmm.
So the next one we were kind of talking about was showing them how the CRM works.
Yeah.
So obviously, what we need to be able to do is actually track, and this is the thing with the current setup and the current agency is that they know that leads might be coming in, but there's no attribution between what's
Yeah.
actually come in and what's actually generated revenue. And that's the
Yeah.
thing where we come in and solve that is using our CRM. We can see, and you were showing them step by step. How
Hmm.
did that go?
Yeah, good. Yeah. So we do form, landing page form or Facebook form in as the channels, and then we will put them in the pipeline, and then we'll SMS them automatically within 60 seconds. And then they just move down the pipeline of new contact or new lead. And then as soon as they've been SMS messaged, they move into contacted, and then we'll qualify them. So depending on what qualification looks, that looks different for every business, but how much, there's many questions that would say if whether or not someone's been qualified. So we'll qualify them through the SMS. As soon as they're qualified, they get the opportunity to book a call or an estimate or whatever the industry is.
Mhm.
And then they then get passed on to the business when a call is booked. So they
Yep.
don't have to deal with none of the noise in between.
Mhm.
So sweet. It's great for them. They basically get notifications that you have a new meeting booked.
Mhm.
No messing around.
That's the main thing, isn't it? Because one of their request was, can we just put it in days where we're available and
Hmm.
then the customers get booked in? We're like, yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. That can be done. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Obviously, we were both at the meeting, but we are having different conversations. You were talking with one of the owners, I was talking with the other one, and you were showing them through that lead pipeline process and you were showing them live, this is what it's going to look like. So we actually demonstrated it because I think people, when you say it to
Yeah.
somebody, they hear it, but then when they see it, they're like, wow, I see what you mean now. I believe it. I can see it happening in front of me.
Yeah.
So what happened when you were going through that pipeline as a potential customer and showing him the back and forth between the SMS?
Yeah. Well, before we went, I'll just put a demo together because, like you say, it feels good when someone has it in their hands and it has their business name in there. Hey, this is. They love it because
Mhm.
obviously they feel real to them. So yeah, just showing them through the flow, and it just acted. The good thing with a good quality prompt and a good AI system, it's solid every time. It's not always it going to work this time. It's structured and it asks the right questions and it's looking for simple yes no answers rather than the AI trying to have to work out, you know, um, pr- trying to work out qualification models that you know potential human could be confused with. If an AI, if a person can solve it quickly, the AI can do it just as quickly. So
Mm.
yeah, just put them through the flow. Booked a meeting, saw the notifications, saw the emails. It just worked sweet. Yeah, it was as expected.
I think it'll be a big game changer.
Yeah,
The uh, speed
yeah.
to lead will be just such a good help with conversion
hmm
rate. That is the main thing it's there for, really.
Yeah, we do need to look into solving the issue of location, though. I'm excited to look into that next couple of days
As in,
of when people are booked. There's only certain days in different cities where they can book.
yeah,
That's something we need to look into for.
yeah. Essentially, just to give some more context, is that with certain companies, they can only service certain areas in certain at certain points. So, for example, if you've got jobs, say, in one area and then jobs in another area, you probably want to split them out into either different people that are going to do that, because you're going to try and get from this part of the town to this part of the town in 5 minutes probably isn't going to work. So we'll need to either select days for them to
Yeah,
be able to go out to that area first and then select them over here to go to a different area, which is something that we'll be able to figure out.
I just actually thought about how I could do it right there and then.
There you go. Well, let's see how
Just
it.
quick thought though, just see if this needs to you do it on the contact form. As soon as they type in either this city, or this city, they go into a different agent, and then they can book on different days because then you haven't got to do the qualification for the SMS on that. You can do it. You could have 3 AI agents just on one lead form. If they're in this city, they go down this route and they can only book this day. If they're this city, they can only book on that day. Interesting. We could instead of doing the qualification the AI, we could just do that.
Maybe next week we've got a nice update for it. I've put opportunity to build out better ads. So I think with their current setup, what's happened is they've got organic content and then it's kind of being boosted, which, and we had this conversation with the videographer about boost and posts. It's more about what is the type of content that works for the goal that you're putting in to Meta. Let me give you an example. Meta is like the magic genie. You ask it for something, it's going to give you something. If you ask it for being boosted and show me to more people, it's
Mm.
just going to show you to more people. If you ask it to go and take them somewhere and
Yeah.
achieve a certain goal, that's what it will do. So I think in this current kind of circumstance that's happening,
Yeah.
potentially, and that's why they're saying, "Oh, we've been told we're getting like, I don't know, 50 leads or something." But
Where?
then where's that attribution coming?
Yeah.
I said, well, how well have they converted?
Yeah. How many did you convert from there then? Yeah.
That's the difficult part, that we're going to answer that question, because if the platform that they're pushing with a different campaign doesn't achieve the goal, obviously we can change that.
Yeah.
So
And the good thing is that way now we'll be in control of the site, the ads, the AI SMS, the CRM.
Mhm.
It just means now that we can see all the whole channel.
Yeah.
It means that any holes in the bucket we can just
Mhm.
plug, which that's all it is, isn't it? You get them in, you see where they fall off, you plug until people buy.
Yep. Is
That's
that
marketing.
it's that straightforward? Yeah. So it's just finding the solution for each problem. And one of the things we were talking about was how we position the organic, and I definitely think we need to build in certain pillars. Like, your organic should be an opportunity to build the bridge, because what happens is a customer will come to your social media, like Instagram, it'll come to Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, wherever it might be, and you are building trust and a bridge of trust with that customer. So what I was alluding to in that meeting was, it's great that we have pillars that show how, for the community we are and how trustworthy we are, but it's about also what are the pain points the customer could be having that we could answer, such as if they've got a leak, how do you generally go about that? What could the causes be?
Mm.
It's these different things that the pain points their potential customers have, how they're going to solve them. And by building that type of content, it shows you as an authority in the space. And this is one of the things where organic is great to have some kind of map or plan that allows you to provide value.
Mm-hmm.
That's one
Yeah.
of the things we spoke about. Our landing page is complete as well.
It is. It's looking nice. Yep. Thing is, you can go, oh, the landing page is good, but we don't decide if the landing page is good. Unfortunately, the people who see the landing page, who are potential customers, decide if it's good or not. But yeah, it's ready. It's optimized. It's yeah, we'll see what it does.
Yeah.
But like, just so you're aware, we're launching with no landing page first and just a form, just to see what nibbles we get, and then once we get to a point, which you always get at some point, is when there's too many bad leads. Then you just add in a bit more friction,
Mhm.
and then we'll add in the landing page. See what
Yeah.
we get.
And just to clarify, a landing page for those that may or may not be into this world is that a landing page is essentially a page that has one goal to drive that customer further down the funnel, educate them, be able to get them to provide their details in exchange for value.
Mhm.
So we've got that landing page out there. It's ready to go. And what happens is we're using an online form at the moment, so people have the least friction possible. And we're finding what angles for our offering is the thing that people want to see, is the thing that might drive them towards an action. And then when we've done the form and we get that messaging, great, we'll then move it to the landing page, and then that's when we'll try and drive up volume and
Yeah.
budget. At the moment, we're just in that first process. The ads have been done. We did them with Riley last week. They've all been edited. They're all out, different angles, different pain points, and now it's just finding what is the thing that seems to resonate. And we'll find out and we'll update you.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's super exciting. Yeah. New leads coming in. Ads launched. It's exciting times.
Mm.
Super exciting times. You keep working late, but before I start,
Well,
I'm just gonna be on the computer for 10 minutes. I promise.
yeah, that was last night. 10 minutes, I promise. 12 o'clock, and you're like, oh dear, I've achieved so much, but also I need to go back to sleep now. So off we go. One of the things that was really funny though is after we've launched these ads, immediately somebody commented like, "Bro, that's a green screen." It's like, no, it's not. Like, because we're in at the moment in trades and services, I'll obviously give you that much. Is that in the background we found a fitting location, then we've done the video, and somebody said, "Bro, that's a green screen. I can see the people aren't moving." I was like, but I'm on a site, like,
Yeah.
trust me, they're real, and it
Yeah.
it was going back and forth, great for engagement. So
Start
I
of
just
engagement, and then I thought I'd go and comment on there something about his skinny jeans.
yeah, thanks, mate.
Uh,
They're actually just normal sized jeans. I've got massive legs. Last night we had one of those 10-minute situations turned into 2 hours, but it's because I'm so close on that content system. I got it working. So the content system plan is that you put in your video files, like the clips from this podcast, put them in the Google Drive, and then the NAM workflow goes, takes that video, captions everything with AI, and then uploads it directly into the scheduling platforms. That's going to be YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, converts it into LinkedIn, all these
Mhm.
good things. And we were using one social media platform, but we've changed and gone for another just because we're already using it, already paying for it, so might as well. And then it's also going to do it for your socials so that one piece of content can be distributed to 10 different platforms
Mhm.
at once, like, and done on autopilot.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. You can see me on more social media platforms than you'd like.
You lucky devils. Yeah, so that's working really nice. And then it's funny because we were asked in that meeting, will you guys handle the social organic if we wanted you to? I kind of just said, we'll have to figure out our complete lane
Yeah.
before we just say yes to everything, because it's more just, I'd rather us get the full system perfect, and then we can offer that. For example, if somebody wanted to use the system because they work with us, then more than happy to put it for a fee, but it's taken me hours and days to make this system, so I'm not just going to give it away for free. It's been a real like,
Mhm.
and it's a trial by fire. You have to learn as you go.
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, the things with those you need to. It's all about the planning. It's all
Mm.
about the planning first. Once you get the planning in, you know what date is coming in, where you want it to go. It
Hmm.
gets a little bit easier, but yes, it's easy to get into some rabbit holes with those.
Yeah, I noticed that last night. Got to midnight and I was like, right, almost here, almost finished this content system. And then as that happened, it then opened up a new can of worms, and I just said
Yeah.
to Rob, I need to stop right now because otherwise I'll
Right.
be going until stupid
But I
o'clock.
did say to you the other day, didn't I? The last 10% is 90% of it,
Mm.
because everything looks good. You got the first 90%. You go, yeah, I've got the start and I've got just at the end, but it's when you actually need any information to actually go somewhere and be useful. You go, yeah, I've got a lot of work to do it. It's a process,
Well,
but
yeah, it's at the point
yeah,
where it schedules to all of the platforms. It just doesn't schedule how I need it to. So
yeah,
it's then just adding that manual loop in to make sure it schedules right day, right time, and doesn't overlap itself,
yeah,
that'll be fine.
yeah. But it's close, man. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we can, like you said, do a podcast like this, clip it,
Mhm.
and then it'll just automatically schedule it to all of the socials: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, just in short. So it's absolutely brilliant, which is because I hate social media,
Yeah, fair enough.
as you know. Not podcasts, I love podcasts.
Good answer.
A good answer indeed. Media trained.
Yeah.
That's that media training. So it's just perfect for that. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Well, on a more personal note, we've been doing more around like this area, the Cochrane area, and we've gone to live music. We found that real cool bookshop, the
That's awesome.
Found Bookstore, which is awesome.
Really, really, really good.
Yeah, you love that music.
I actually did. Yeah. Last week I couldn't turn off because I'd just been working so late. But this week I was actually mentally there, which was good.
Yeah, it was that folk music, nice, and some of the tracks were just really funny. I
Yeah.
think the guy was such a good entertainer. I think
It was
Shane Pendergast or something.
something like that.
Yeah, but then that one song I really, really enjoyed. I couldn't find it on his Spotify.
I actually listened to some of his on a walk yesterday.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
Good
good.
music. Fair play to him.
I wouldn't mind seeing some country. That'd be cool.
Calgary, we can get this. Calgary is close.
Yep, we can do that. You can also work at the bookshop if you want to. So it gives us another place to work outside of the office upstairs.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it'd be nice to get out of the house sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'll get out of the office. Yeah.
But here you go, mate. That's to another good week. And I just feel because we're working so deep and so long that we're achieving so much in a 7-day period. This is great. So long may it continue.
We'll see you next week and see what's going on, baby.
Let's go. Any questions, let us know, but we'll see you on the next one.
Like and subscribe.
Love that. Awesome, dude. That was a bit of a longer one. It was it?